Since he brought up Twistzz, obviously it's a player we have to talk about. Like, yeah, what do you think of Twistzz as a player?
I think one of the best multi-killer as a CT. Obviously, I think also personally the best M4A4 player ever in Counter-Strike.
I think you said, are you thinking of Elige? I said Twistzz.
Twistzz, no, I think Twistzz is the better multi-spray.
Oh, really?
killer.
Fair enough. Okay.
I personally think, like, we had this debate also a lot with our teammates back then, but I personally think Twistzz had better aiming, Elige is better positioning and better mechanics, I personally think. But spray control, I personally think still that Twistzz is a little bit over Elige.
I guess he doesn't need it all the time because he shoots him in the head in the first bullet half the time. Yeah, go on.
The thing is, I remember exactly when we moved to NA with NRG, it was also the time when he started playing in FPL in NA. And it was like the debate of him and Sick back then. They were like the two coming up players. And we were also always discussing who is the better player. I think back then already agreed on Twistzz, and he also showed it when he played with Sean Garris in Misfits.
Yes,
if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And you already saw that this kid has huge potential. Not only because he has good aiming, he was already very good at he had a good game sense. You feel that he has a good game sense. He's aware.
Can I tell a story like it? Just because you're saying that, I think it's a really. So how I scouted Twistzz for Liquid, I think it's hilarious. It was actually during my time in LG still. We were practicing overpass. He was already, I think, on Misfits at the time. And he came up long, hit an insane shot on Fallen Truck, was up, he hit an insane shot, and called Zero's bank. And Twistzz made sound running to bank, walked back, walked around site, and just jiggle peeked the headshot angle inside bank, SWAT truck, and killed Code Zero. And Code Zero just like, holy shit, this kid is cheating. And there I knew. I'm like, okay, if this kid isn't cheating, he's good. He just made Code Zero be really upset and outsmarted Code Zero in one moment of the game. So I know this kid's gonna be good. That's my story, but that's how I got it.
Sure. Yeah, the funny thing is, go on.
He showed the most potential back then, 100% in NA, and I think he was also lucky what teams he joined. I mean, being this young and jumping from basically nothing into a team with Sean Garris, who was like a very good in-game leader, for NA back then. I think.
Sure.
I never thought he was like something excellent or a genius, but I think for North America, he proved it with his teams that he had before. And I think that he learned good basics already from him that he used with his talent combined. And I'm assuming that he's not a stupid kid. I think he's smart because the way and how fast he has learned tells me that he has some certain intelligence, I'd say, for learning. And
because the interesting thing is, sorry, mate, go on.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. Basically, I know, for example, he's another player that I talk to occasionally, right? And he's one of those players where I know he thinks that I give him too much scrutiny and I shouldn't call him out when he had bad months, or if he had a bad tournament. And I've told players like that so many times. Here's the problem, guys. If you want to just be a normal Counter-Strike player, you're just another pro random guy. Okay, we can do that. And then if you have a good game, he had a good game this game and he did bad. Well, it's just a normal player, good games come and go. I said the thing is though, Twistzz, when I can see your skills, the only reason you slump is something in your mind, mate. If you ever watch this guy from behind, dude, if I had to pick a player to have the skills of, listen, everyone obviously would pick the cheat and pick Simple or Zero or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But actually, if you just want bonkers aim and you say, really nice game sense as well, Twistzz has unbelievable raw skills. If I were him, I would feel so insanely confident in every scenario I'm in. Why not? I can literally one bullet all these motherfuckers in the head. It's just up to me. They can't even do anything about it. Like you say in that example there, Cold Zero is the best player in the world, but if you peek the headshot angle and instantly kill him with one bullet, there's nothing he can do. He has to shoot you with the one bullet. That's the ultimate hack to the game in a way.
That kid's mechanics are so nice. One of the most high level moments of Counter-Strike, just from pure entertainment to me, was watching him deathmatch. No joke. Just always the crosshair placement every time. It looks like it's a robot just going around the boxes, going everything, every angle that you think that a CT player would be playing, he's already strafing at the head level, and there's no mix. Even we used to say the Simple sometimes aims at knee level, something like that. He's insane, but Twistzz, no, it's always head, it's always precise. Mechanically, it's insanely beautiful to watch, and I love that kid. Like he's a great kid, and I'm with you like on that turn. I think he has the potential to always be one of the best. Like that was my mode. I wanted to push him to be the best version of himself that he could because, in my opinion, he had the potential to always be in the top 20, top 10, always, always, always. Like it's if his mental doesn't get in the way and he is confident and he's not like being emo about the situation and what's going down with himself, that kid is nuts. He's a monster. I put him on any roster in the world.
It's funny what he said with the deathmatch because back then when we had energy and we were in the house, Gopi used to always spectate Nico when they were in mouse spots, and he said like he was the best player by far on deathmatch because his mouse could be on the top right edge of his mouse pad or on the bottom right or top left. His aiming never changes. It's just always the same, which is not for every player. Yes. And then we went in NA, got 2 new favorite players on deathmatch because he would play deathmatch. And if he's tired, he just goes spectator if a good player is on, a professional player. And then he saw JKS and Twistzz. And those 2 players were his by far favorite players after Nico watching deathmatch. And he would sit there and watch them half an hour play. Look how they take duels, how they spray, when do they tap, when do they, like what, or how do they react. It was fucking interesting. And Twistzz was actually the guy he said, like, he was, holy shit, was he good at deathmatch with JKS. Sure. That's funny that you say it.